record. Hello everybody and welcome once again. It's Catherine Colas here from Simply Hormones, and today I'm talking to Sophie Kirk. And let me tell you a bit about Sophie. She does a lot of things in the well-being industry. She has various businesses, all with the same theme of well-being, and based in Farnham in Surrey. And they're the Surrey and Hampshire Wellbeing Clinic, the Holistic Healthcare Group, and Holistic Healthcare Education. In essence, they are a specialist mental and emotional health company providing a variety of services. Sophie and her team of specialists have appeared in local media, which recognises their particular specialist skills. And not to leave anyone out, they also have a programme aimed at schools for the students. So welcome, Sophie. It's lovely to have you here today. And I'm going to hand over to you, and you're going to talk to us about mental health and what therapies are available. Over to you, Sophie. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Lovely to be here today. Great to come on and chat with you about this, so thank you. So mental health and the therapies available. So a lot of what we do within our company is to do with education. So I thought today would be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about that sort of education and why we do it.
Yeah.
So it's all around mental health, mental and emotional health and well-being, and different ways of treating it. Now, when looking at these conditions, stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, all those sort of big ones that we come across really quite commonly, it's good to know about all the therapies that are available to you, and also tools and techniques on how to deal with it yourself. So the idea is by giving education back to the people, they can then make decisions for themselves rather than going to the doctor and letting them make the decisions for you.
Good idea.
Yes, yeah, because they have limited options there. So what we'll go in and do is essentially go in and teach people about all the different therapies available to you for treating mental health conditions. For example, if we look at acupuncture, that's my therapy, so that's what I do, and I specialise in mental health, and I have done since I started practicing. We can treat anxiety very well, PTSD incredibly well, addictions, depression, insomnia, all of them incredibly well with acupuncture, and homeopathy as well. And what's really key about those two therapies is that you don't necessarily need to tell us a whole lot about what's happened in your past. If you're the sort of person who doesn't talk freely or want to dig up old wounds and go through every detail of things that have maybe led you into the condition that you're suffering with now, then you don't need to do that. You can just come along and give us a sort of brief overline of I feel depressed or I feel anxious, and we can get very small bits of information and manage to treat you effectively without you having to go through that process. Not saying that process isn't good for some people. Some people will really enjoy that process of counselling and talking.
Yes.
But I think people are really aware of that process, and people understand that if they're feeling in certain ways, they can go and see a counsellor and they can talk it through and they understand what that is. What we really try to put across is that that's not your only option. There is many, many other options, and there's many other options that don't require you having to dig up everything and talk about everything.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't aware that through acupuncture and homeopathy, you could treat those mental health issues that so many of us do suffer from, especially women going through menopause. So it's interesting to hear that it's not just about psychotherapy, which would probably have been my immediate thought, but also acupuncture and homeopathy can help. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah. And with menopause as well. That with menopause with acupuncture, we're looking at imbalances within the system, so hormonal imbalances, and acupuncture is fabulous for treating those. So, and also looking at a drop in estrogen, which in Chinese medicine they would look at as yin. So when you're looking at yin and yang in Chinese medicine, I know people go, oh, well, that's crazy. But really, all it is yin is estrogen is the female hormone, and yang is the male hormone. So that's the only thing. So we would
Yeah.
say you're yin deficient, which just actually means that you're slightly deficient in estrogen right now.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's the only thing. So it's just balancing out those hormones and making you feel better that way.
Perfect. Yeah. So are there any others then? So you've got acupuncture, homeopathy. What else do you do?
Hypnotherapy. So hypnotherapy is fabulous. Something I've had many times myself, which I've had for phobias, and it's been very effective for that. But it's actually effective for a lot of things. It's effective for depression, anxiety, sleep problems, all of those. Again, all of those big ones. Really, really effective for. And with hypnotherapy, it's about dispelling myths. People are fearful of hypnotherapy because they think people are going to be controlling their mind or putting them in some days where they can make them do whatever they want and things like that. And it's not the case at all. When you have a hypnotherapy session, it's not like stage hypnotherapy. You're in a bit of a meditation really state. So you're fully in control. You're fully aware of what's going on. But all they're doing is changing some memory. So for me, for example, there was a memory of fear around bees and wasps. So we go back to that memory and just disturb the memory slightly with a happier one. And then that way, when bees come towards me, I'm not instantly fearful. I have a bit more of a happier connotation with it. And that's what it's doing.
On the street, yes.
Yeah, that's it. I can walk down the street without screaming at bugs. But yeah, but it's really, really simple when you break it down and not scary at all. But yet people have these really scary things that puts them off coming. So by educating people and dispelling those myths and fears and putting it in a really simple way that is, not too much jargon, then people can really understand, actually this could help me and it's not weird.
Yes. Yeah, and none of it has any drugs, of course. It's all drug free, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Well, I really love everything you do, and you've certainly opened up my eyes about certain treatments that I didn't know. Some people have mentioned acupuncture to me, and I'm going no, mostly because I don't mind needles, but not so sure about those type of needles. But they say, oh, it's fine. But hearing that you can treat stress, anxiety, depression, and insomnia with acupuncture and even homeopathy. That's just all good news, isn't it? And getting the realization that these things do work, and just to ask the question, how can I try this out?
Absolutely, yeah. All of our therapists offer free phone consultations as well. So we're really happy for people to phone up and have a chat with us and ask any questions that you like, and it won't cost you a penny. So yeah, please do. Yeah.
Well, that makes it all simpler as well. So have you got anything else to add before we close?
No, I think that's pretty good. That's a good start. There's a lot more we can go into, but I don't want to take up your entire day. So
yeah, no, that's fine. And also, if we put too much in our discussion, it can get complicated, can't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So I'll just say before I close this session with Sophie that you can find all about her different type of therapies at the KirkHolisticHealthcaregroup.com is her website. And so for the moment, if you'll hold on to the line, Sophie, we'll have a chat after I close this call. But for the moment, thank you for watching, and I hope we have been informative and entertained you. And it's Catherine from Simply Hormones here, and Sophie from the Holistic Healthcare Group signing off for now. Thank you very much.